Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here with another Brothers War. This time we're going to be doing a set booster box and we're going to try and get some fire. So we've opened up 4 collector boxes on the channel as well as 2 drafts, but I realized we only opened up 1 set booster box. So let's open up another one and see what we can find in here. So let's just pull out our packs here and we'll try and figure out what kind of list hits we can see, or cards from the main set, or maybe today's the day I get the Mox Amber. All right, so let's crack these things open and see what kind of value we can find. All right, so we're going to start off with our art card, followed by a foil mountain, an epic confrontation, a supply drop, a stern lesson, static net, giant cindermaw, splitting of the power stone, iron claw crusher, followed by a semblance anvil, a staff of domination. Then we're going to see a Mishra's foundry and an Argothian opportunist with a blank card in the back. So not a bad pack number 1. Staff of domination does hold some value. All right, got ourselves another art card here, non-signed. Swamp, bitter reunion, third path savant, wasteful harvest, the scatter ray, deadly riposte, keeper of cadence, Sardinian cliff stomper, a forging the anchor, a sigil of valor, and then we're going to see a painful quandary coming out of black with a foil spring leaf drum and a ravage token. Very cool to see that. All right, next up, pack number 3. Oh, we finally have a signed art card here. What is this? Let's see. So we have Urza's Command. Very cool to see a signed art card. I do collect the art cards. One of very few, I'm sure. Fog of War, Power Stone Engineer, Penragon Strongbow, Airlift Chaplain, the Gurlig Anointer, Mask of Jadecrafter, Gurling Anointer again. Yep, same card, same pack. Yulshan Tactician, an Ivory Tower. And then we're going to see a Myrel Shield of Argive. Very nice to see that mythic hit. That's going to be a big hit for us. And then an Aeronaut Wings. And then an Old Gnawbone from the list. Holy cow. How amazing is that? What a pack. What kind of value is that? Oh, wow. I'm excited about that. So I'll put it on the overlay. So call it out. But that might be the best set booster pack yet. All right, so we got another art card here, non-signed, with a forest. We got a Curate, Scrapwork Cohort, Carrion Locust, Warlord's Elite, Mishra's Research Desk, Audacity, Transmogrant Altar, with a Journeyer's Kite, and a Sculpting Steel, followed by an Urza's Command, and then we're going to see a Giant Cindermaw with a soldier token in the back. Sorry, a little thrown off by that previous pack. I'll regain my composure. All right, more art card here. Non-signed with the planes. Then a Wing Commando, followed by a Clay Revenant, a Prison Sentence, a Mightstone's Animation, an Excavation Explosion, an Urza's Power Stone Prodigy, Hero of the Dunes with a Mask of the Jadecrafter, a Foundry Inspector, and then we're going to see Urza Lord Protector coming in. Another amazing hit from the main set. Not in foil, but that's okay. I will certainly take that. And then we have ourselves a Rock Hunter with another blank card. Wow, okay. So already seeing a lot of value out of this box. And we're not even through the first stack. So another non-signed art card, Full Art Swamp, the Goring Warplow, Dwarven Forged Chanter, Weakstone Subjugation, Veteran's Powerblade, a Haywire Might, good uncommon, No One Left Behind, Obstinate Baloth, with a Precursor Golem from the Retro series, followed by a Self-Assembler, and we're going to see our Brotherhood's End, my apologies, followed by a Transmogrant Altar and a Power Stone. So the Brotherhood's End is another good hit from the set, currently valued, I believe, just around $8. Then we got ourselves a Forest, Survivor of Corliss, Thraxodemon, Koilos Rock, Shoot Down, Junkyard Genius, followed by an Obliterating Bolt, Yulshin Descendant, Pyrrhic Blast, Springleaf Drum, and a Hercule's Final Meditation with a Mishra's Juggernaut in the back and some punch cards. And I'm just looking at the prices here, and Urza's 30, Myrell's 17, Gnawbone's got to be 15 to 20. So I mean that's almost the that's more than half of the price of the box. So we got a Disfigure, Perimeter Patrol, Static Net, Symmetry Matrix, Mass Production. We got a Flame War Brash Veteran coming in as our Transformer. And then we got a Self-Assembler, followed by a Hall of Tagson, and a foil Ornithopter. Very cool to see that, with a Power Stone. So I'm just going to keep the Transformers on the side. I remember last time we opened this, we only got one Transformer in the whole box, even though, we were supposed to get more. Not that I was complaining. The non-shattered glass are not really going to hold up, I think, long term. They're cool to have, but... All right. Art card. Swamp, Tassia's Onulet, Argothian Sprite, the Sibling Rivalry, the Satanal Stalwart, followed by a Skyfisher Spider, Battlefield Butcher, Take Flight, Arbalist Engineers, with the Jalum Tome, followed by Teferi Temporal Pilgrim. Wow, what a box! Teferi's currently valued over $12, so we'll put him in the cool card pile with a foil Prison Sentence and a Power Stone in the back. So that is just outstanding. All right, another non-signed art card with the Plains, Trent Stalker, Goblin Firebomb, Gix's Caress, Stone Retrieval Unit, Tano's Tinkering, Lay Down Arms, Ashnod's Harvester, Gaia's Courser, and an Astral Cornucopia, followed by Gix's Command, with a Falaji Chain Dancer in foil and a zombie token in the back. All right, last pack in stack number 1. All right, so still with just one signed art card. Island, the Tomical Scrapsmith, followed by Urza's Rebuff, Recommission, Corrupt, Monastery Swiftspear, Cradle Clearcutter, the Heavyweight Demolisher. Are you serious? And we get a borderless Teferi Temporal Pilgrim Covenant. That is amazing. Only worth $1 more than the non-borderless, but I will take it. No complaints. Then we get a Liquid Metal Coating, followed by a Soul Partition, and a Falaji Dragon Engine. And a Rift Weeper coming in from the list. Very nice to see that. All right, so lots of big hits in that first stack. Quite good, if you ask me. Here, I'll swing our Transformer down here, and we'll just put our commons and uncommons up there. All right, there we go. Starting off stack 2 with another signed art card. Then we get ourselves a Forest, an Aeronaut Wings, Gaia's Gift, the Evolving Wilds, the Hoarding Recluse, Thran Power Suit, the Yulshin Frontliner, Argivian Avenger, Door to Nothingness. Then we're going to see a Foundry Inspector and a Razor Lash Transmogrant with a Trent Stalker and a Gilt Leaf Archdruid, rare coming in from the list. Very cool. All right, another non-signed. And there's a full art mountain behind it. Machine Over Matter, Military Discipline, Mishra's Onslaught, Power Plant Worker, the Whirling Strike, the Thopter Mechanic, Battery Bearer, Combat Thresher, the Ornithopter, Tanos the Toymaker, and a Symmetry Matrix with, it's a blank card in the back. I was wondering if there was going to be a borderless hidden back there. Not the slot for it. All right. Another non-signed art card with a regular old island. The Retrieval Agent, the Mine Worker, the Mishra's Juggernaut, the Involuntary Cooldown, Calamity's Wake, Spectrum Sentinel, Slagstone Refinery, and the old Swiftfoot boots, followed by a Mystic Forge. Very nice hit coming in from the Retro series. And then a Titania's Command. Also a good hit with a recommission. And a non-token token. Moving on. If you've seen my videos, you know I hate those. All right, there's Urza himself with a foil swamp. Then we're going to see an Ashnod's Intervention, a Giant Growth, a Goblin Blast Runner, followed by a Gixian Skullflare, a Horned Stoneseeker, a Zephyr Sentinel, Mishra's Excavation Prodigy, Flow of Knowledge. Then we're going to see the Burnished Heart, followed by Harbin Vanguard Aviator, and we're going to see Mishra Tamer of Makfawa coming in as a foil rare. Not the best Mishra to get. And then right behind it, we get a Commander Legends list hit, the Master Smith, not high value. He wasn't high value in Commander Legends, so on the list, he's certainly not high value. All right, there's what we want to see. We want to see Titania right there, but in regular form, playable form. We've got a Plains, Tower Worker, Latnam Adept, Conscripted Infantry with the Alloy Amethyst, Third Path Iconolast, Recruitment Officer, Arms Race, the Archmandrite coming in from the Commander. I think this might be our first Commander hit. Then we get the Ichor Wellspring, followed by a Mechanized Warfare, a Goblin Firebomb, and a Power Stone in the back. There's only a few Commander cards available in set booster packs. Most of them are reasonable value. If you're trying to pull one, you're looking for the Root Path Purifier. That's currently valued over $20. So we got our Rust Goliath, the Dredging Claw, the Burrowing Razor Maw, the Ambush Paratrooper, Energy Refractor, Gruesome Realization, Fall of Krug, Repair and Recharge, with an Adaptive Automation, Atasia's Welcome coming in, nice to see that, and a Thopter Mechanic in foil with more punch cards. Make sure you stay tuned to the end. We'll be doing the full MTG box analysis on this. Don't think I'm going to do a comparison review since this is only our second box. But I'll put a link to that video at the end so you can go back and watch it if you want to kind of do your own self-comparison. We've got a Gixian Infiltrator, Combat Courier, Boulder Branch Golem, Blanchwood Prowler, the Saranthus Steel Seeker, Spotter Thopter, Philagi Dragon Engine, Hulking Metamorph, just getting all the prototypes here, with a Soul Guide Lantern, and an Urza's Silex coming in. All right. We're going to see Machine Over Matter with another one of those things. Oh, knocking over all the packs. Oh, man. Going to get another non-token token right at the end. All right, there's the Plains in art form, followed by a regular Plains. Depth Charge Colossus, the Moment of Defiance, a Rock Hunter, a Gnarlroot Pallbearer, Thran Vigil, Blanchwood Armor, Evangel of Synthesis, Gnawing Vermin. Then we're going to see a Bonesaw with an Over-the-Top coming in as our rare, and a Zephyr Sentinel with that thing. Just makes me chuckle. All right, there's Mishra coming in art form, followed by a Foil Mountain, an Emergency Weld, Blitz Automation, Tasia's Dig Site, Scrapwork Cohort, the Bushwhack, Philagi Vanguard, Levitating Statue, and then we're going to see Goldbug, Humanity's Ally, not in Shattered Glass, not in foil, but that's okay. Sorry, Transformer number 2. And then we got a Pristine Talisman, followed by Queen Kayla Binkrug, and a Stone Retrieval Unit, and a Black Lotus if you want it to be in the back. All right, so there's Gix. I'd like to see Gix. I would take him. Mountain, Disenchant, Raised to the Ground, Ravenous Gigamole, Philology Archaeologist, Yolchin Medic, Mishra's Research Desk, The Audacity, Transmogrant Altar, and a Rune Chanter's Pike, followed by Teresian Mindbender, and a Yolchin Medic again. I got a second try at that and still messed it up. With a soldier in the back. So, slowed down a little bit here, and I'm kind of surprised we've only seen 3 list hits in this box. So, another non-signed art card, the Island, the Killzone Acrobat, Atomical Honor Guard, the Unleash Shell, Coastal Bulwark, Go for the Throat, Keeper of Cadence, Steel Exemplar, the Millstone, followed by the Cloud Key, and there we go, Argoth Sanctum of Nature, which is the bottom half of Titania. Not high value, but maybe we can find the other half. And then we're going to see a Wake of Destruction coming in from the list, from Urza. Very nice to see that. All right, so now we got 4 cards from the list, including Mr. Gnawbone himself. One of the only cards from Adventures in Forgotten Realms that still holds value. I mean, there's plenty of cards that have value, but that one has real value. Got a Swamp, Overwhelming Remorse, Lauren's Escape, Scrapwork Mutt, Epic Confrontation, followed by Meticulous Excavation, Philology Excavation, Lauren, Disciple of History, doing some excavation, and then an Ichor Wellspring, not sure what it's doing, with another Bonesaw. And then we're going to see ourselves a Blast Zone, Arms Race, and another non-token token. So those are coming in hot now. So I would expect that we're going to get one more Transformer. And I was going to say one more signed art card. So very cool to see that. Nice schematic signed art, Ashnod's Altar. So it seemed to be, we would get 1 Transformer per stack and 1 signed art card. So we got ourselves a Plains, a Carrion Locust, Third Path Savant, the Deadly Riposte, Desynchronize, Bitter Reunion, Junkyard Genius, Obliterating Bolt, followed by the Symmetry Matrix, a Cloud Key, and a Fateful Handoff coming in as our rare with an Emergency Weld, and we got ourselves a Yavimaya Barbarian coming in from the list. Let me do that. I don't think you need to see the non-token tokens. I'm going to cover up Chandra just a little bit to keep the focus straight. All right, another non-signed art card with a Forest. Phalanx Vanguard. The Excavation Explosion. We'll put that back in the center. Swiftgear Drake. The Prison Sentence. Defabricate. Demolition Field. The Haywire Might again. Oh, drop the Haywire Might. I'll get it in a second. And there we go. We got ourselves a Worm Coil Engine coming in. Non-schematic, but is valued over $10. So we'll definitely take that. Thankfully, I did not drop that one. And then we get ourselves a Brushland with a Repair and Recharge and a blank card in the back. So I think it was just the Haywire Might, but when you're in an office chair and a card drops, the last thing you want to do is roll around. So I'm just going to leave it there for now. So another schematic art, followed by a mountain, Scatter Ray, the Wasteful Harvest, Philology Chain Dancer, the Curate, Union of the Third Path, Dreams of Steel and Oil, not any of my dreams, Reconstructed Thropter, Disciples of Gix, Psychosis Crawler, and the Temporal Anchor with a Satanal Stalwart and a Forest Dryad. This is going to be one of the tokens that is valued over $1. All right, we got 4 packs to go. All I need now is, what do I need? I need a Mox Amber. I need a Titania. And I need an Awaken in the Woods. We got 4 packs. We can do it. Mightstone's Animation, Argothian Opportunist, the Clay Revenant, the Aeronaut Cavalry, followed by the Sky Fisher Spider, the Mass Production, Battlefield Butcher. We get ourselves a Mishra's Bauble, followed by a Swiftfoot Boots, And then a Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia, with a foil Soul Guide Lantern, and an Urza Saga coming in from the list. I'm not sure what the value of that is from the list, but it was a decent hit from the Modern Horizons set. So fantastic. So much value. Might have to pick up a few more of these. All right, so there's Mishra's factory there with a forest, a supply drop, Stern Lesson, the Fog of War, Power Stone Engineer, Thopter Architect, an Upside Down Girling Anointer, Sushi Cave Guard, with an Urza Power Stone Prodigy, a Sigil of Valor, and a Mythic Skitter Beam Battalion coming in, followed by a foil Wasteful Harvest and a Power Stone. Whenever I see a card upside down like that, I'm like, ooh, did somebody hand pack this pack and put something really good in there? It never happens. Ivory Tower coming in art with Full Art Island, the Wing Commando, Power Stone Fracture, Survival of Corliss, Goblin Firebomb, Arbalest Engineers, Thopter Mechanic, Combat Thresher, Foundry Inspector, and there's the Ivory Tower, with Urza, Prince of Krug, so the lower value Urza, but that's okay, we got the good one. And we got Splitting the Power Stone with some punch cards. All right, last set booster pack. Look at all that value. All right, here we go. Just so you can see, it's the same pack. I don't do any shenanigans here. This channel's all about data and having some fun. Got ourselves a forest in art card, a plains, a Satanal Stalwart, Tassia's Onulet, a Disfigure, followed by an Air Marshal, Sibling Rivalry, Calamity's Wake, Ashnod's Harvester, Forging the Anchor, Black Blade Reforged, with a Lauren of the Third Path. Nice to see that. With a Coastal Bulwark and a Power Stone in the back. All right. So there you have it. There's a set booster box. In today's MTG box analysis, we're going to review the Brothers War set distribution versus the cards that we observed in this box. We'll also go over the set coverage metrics, the current value of the set, the value that we saw in this box for the main set, subsets, as well as the list, and we'll close it out with a brief summary of the box opening. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box, as well as 50 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level. Speaking of membership, I want to give a quick shout out to the 8 members who are supporting the channel and helping me fund this operation. Thank you to Andrew J., Frank S., Herbo J., James C., Jevin H., Jimmy F., Joshua S., and Paul H. Without you, I wouldn't be able to purchase things like the software that I use to produce the price overlays for the videos. So thank you so much for joining the channel. Let's kick things off with a look at the set distribution versus this box. This chart shows all the cards we saw during the opening. The foils are in orange, non-foils are in green, and the set is in gray as the baseline. In the non-foil space, we saw between 30 and 39 cards for each of the primary colors of Magic, as well as a single borderless card. In the foil space, we saw at least one card from every category except the non-basic lands, borderless, and jumpstart rares. And speaking of those jumpstart rares, I was very glad that we didn't see any of the 5 in this box. From a coverage perspective, we saw 227 unique non-foils in this box, which accounts for 76% of the 300 cards we were eligible to see. Our highest coverage was in blue, with 88% of the cards making an appearance in this box. In the foil space, we saw 33 of the 300 cards we were eligible to see for 11% coverage, and this time our highest coverage was in white, with 15% of that color making an appearance. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, in the non-foil space we covered 98% of the commons, 99% of the uncommons, 25 rares for 34% coverage, and 24% of the mythics with 6. In the foil space, we saw 17% of the commons, 11% of the uncommons, and a single foil rare for 1% coverage. Moving into the retro frame artifact subset, we saw 32 non-foil retro frames and 8 schematics. In foil, we saw 3 retro frames but no schematics. From a coverage perspective, we saw 48% of the retro frames and 13% of the schematics in non-foil, and 5% of the retro frames in foil. From a coverage by rarity perspective, we saw 64% of the uncommons in non-foil, 20% of the rares, and our 3 mythics gave us 10% coverage. All 3 of our foils were uncommon, which gave us 8% coverage of that rarity. Before we move into the value of this box, let's baseline with a look at the Brothers War set as well as the subsets. This chart shows all 453 cards from the Brothers War set, the Retro Artifact subset, as well as the Commander and Transformer cards. The numbers represent the count of cards broken down by color, category, and dollar ranges. Using non-foil pricing, currently there are 16 cards eligible to be pulled out of a set booster box valued over $10. There's 14 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 69 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 354 are valued less than $1. If you were to add up all 453 cards from the main set, as well as all the subsets, again using non-foil pricing, you'd have a total of $668.32. Now that we know about the potential value, let's look at the actual value. In this box, we saw 4 big hits from the main set. They were the Teferi Temporal Pilgrim at $12.26, the Borderless Teferi at $13.31, Myrel Shield of Argive valued at $17.70, and Urza Lord Protector at $31.84. We also saw the Brotherhood's End in the $1 to $5 range, and 7 other cards in the $1 to $5 range. The remaining 269 non-foils are valued less than $1. In the foil space, despite seeing 33 cards in this box, not a single one of them was valued over $1. In the subsets, we saw 1 big hit, which was the Wormcoil Engine at $12.85 from the Retro Artifact subset. We didn't see any cards valued between $5 and $10, but we did see 4 Retro Artifacts, 1 Schematic, and 1 Transformer valued over $1. The remaining 39 cards from the subsets were all valued less than $1. From the list, we saw 7 total cards, which means that we saw 1 every 4.3 packs. 5 of these list cards were not all that great, but 2 of them were. We saw Old Gnawbone from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, valued at $23.15, and Urza Saga from Modern Horizons 2, valued at $28.35. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box from Amazon for $110.37. Today's set booster box contained 30 packs with 12 cards each for a total of 360 cards, plus art cards, list cards, and tokens. The 1 Commander card that we saw was valued at 87 cents. The 19 tokens are valued at $13.57. The 27 non-signed and 3 signed art cards are valued at $6.11. The 2 Transformers that we saw are valued at $1.74. And the 43 Retro Artifacts and Schematics are valued at $27.94. Our 7 list hits were an amazing $54.34 in card value. The 33 foils from the main set are valued at $4 even, and the 281 non-foils from the main set are valued at $125.47. This brings the grand total for the box up to $234.06, which is a gain of $123.69 over the price I paid and equates to a return of 212%. For those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 12 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a combined value of $162.09, which accounts for 69% of the total box value. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, do something amazing.